NOC 3000 X1 Mission Log. This, I fear, is my last transmission. I know now that the only way to stop the world from collapsing under AI control is to stop it at the beginning. We are no longer free. We have lost our hearts. We have lost our humanity. I've located the last time transport. I will attempt to send the package at first light. I know I will not survive to see the changes I hope to set in motion with my mission. But I know this is our last chance as a species. The subject has been located and the coordinates are set. Let's hope our past can reset our future.
Analyzing mainframe, NOC 3000.
Yo guys, what is going on? Alex Pandrea here, back with another video. In today's video, we're gonna do a tutorial on something that you can do with the NOC 3000 X1 deck, the gaps that come included in this deck. Now, before we get into that, the decks are available right now on houseofplayingcards.com. If you hit that pause button right now and check the description below, you'll see the link with a coupon code that you can use that is only gonna be available for the first 24 hours after this is posted. So go ahead, get some decks, get the white ones, because these will go out very quick. We only made 3,000 and they're all numbered and sealed with a numbered seal on it. And as long as you know all that, we can get into the tutorial right now. Oh, look at this. We have the NOC 3000 X1s. Let's try something with them. So we have a deck of cards here. And of course, they're all different, yes? Somebody's gonna just say stop anytime they want as I do this. So they go stop. Then I go, do you want maybe the 3 or the 4? Let's say they say the 3. I say very nice choice. We're gonna use the 3. 3 is actually a really weird card because it has properties that all the other cards don't have. I'll show you what I mean. If I take a few cards, it doesn't matter. Let's just take some random cards here. We're gonna use the 3 to do something to the properties of this card. So watch, if I take the 3 and I just rub the back and the front on it, we'll get the 2 to change now to a white back. These are blue, this is now white. I'll do the same thing with the 9. If I just wave, now that one changes as well. Now of course it works with all the other cards. So if I use the 3 and if I just do the exact same thing, we'll get each and every card to now change from blue to white. It's a miracle, ladies and gentlemen. But wait, we still have that 3. Just give it a little spin and a tap and that too changes color. And that's what I call a miracle. Okay, so for this effect, you need 2 different color decks, or rather just a few cards from one color and the rest of the deck from the other. In this case, we're using the 2 NOC 3000 X1s, the blue, the light blue, light version, and the dark blue version. And we're gonna use the gap cards that come in this deck. So in this case, the gap cards that come here are a double backer, which is 1 blue, 1 white face, and then this is a blank card that is an extra card that comes with it. For the second card, you don't need the blank card. This could be any card because this will never get seen, but just 2 cards from a different color back and one of them is a double backer. And as long as you have that and an extra deck, one that obviously is a different contrast from this, you are good to go. Now from here, the setup is as follows. You're going to take the double backer, it's going to go on top with the blue side down, and then the extra card, the other blue card, second from top, and that is the setup. That is all that you need to do for this. So you have 2 cards, double backer, blank face or another extra card, and then the rest of the white deck. Now this will start off in the blue deck for it to match. So there's going to be a lot of times during this routine where you have a lot of subtleties that happen to make them think that you're still using the blue deck. Now one thing that you should do is do some effects with the blue deck and then do a switch of this. So get ready, maybe you do a coin trick, maybe you do a phone trick, and then you have this set up so when you take the deck back out, they've seen it all along. That's a very good point. So now that you have this set up, you go ahead, you take out the cards. This is the first subtlety. They see it coming out of a blue box with a blue back, and you leave this on the table. That's also very nice touch because that's always seen. Now of course you don't want to spread like this, but there's different things that you can do to show that the cards are blue. So one of the things is to do a Hindu shuffle and then turn your hand like this, which will show that the cards, different cards are blue. Now what you're doing is showing the same card over and over, right? You're just doing this, but because you're shuffling face up and then turning like this, it looks like all of these cards are blue. Okay, so that's step number 1, the Hindu shuffle with the show like that. Okay, now you can use this to your advantage to have a card selected. Now we're going to need a card selected face up. All right, and one of the ways to do this is as you're doing the Hindu shuffle, they say stop, and you stop at the card and then you out jog it, or you give them a choice between this card and this card, and then you're going to place this back on the bottom. Okay, or what you can do is do this, say look, all the cards are different, all right, without having to say that the backs are different. You say look, all the cards different, and we're gonna have one selected. This goes back on the bottom, and now you spread and they choose a card at whatever they want. Okay, so they can say 10, and it's the exact same thing as doing the Hindu shuffle version, but let's stick to this for now. They say stop, you go okay there, do you want the 10 or the ace? Maybe they get to choose. Let's say they say the 10. Now I like to place this just for a second as I talk. Okay, there's a lot of relaxations in my type of magic that I do. There's a lot of times where I just pause and I just, you know, not everything has to be move, 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 and then something happens. It could be move, break it up, relax. All right, so here's one relaxation opportunity where you can just talk to them for a bit. Now when you're ready to start, I pick up here and I'm gonna cut the deck like this so that this now is on the bottom. All right, you don't want to show the back of this just yet. You want to take this, and now you're going to do a pinky pull down of the bottom card, which is the top card of the deck, but we're holding it face up. Bottom card pull down like that. So you're going to take the card and you're going to say, it's weird that you chose the 10 of spades, all right, because the 10 has a lot of different properties. One in particular that I'll show you right here. Now you're going to place this just like that, second from bottom, and you're going to push everything, and now you're going to hold a break so that the second from bottom, their selection, and the top card, which is that blue double backer, is now held as one card with a break in the thumb. Okay, so once again, after you've taken that card out, swivel it around, you're going to pull down with the pinky, just pull down like that, place this here, and you're going to keep that break. So you're going to push, 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 and hold the break like that as these two cards get placed into the left hand. All right, now from here you're going to have another nice show by turning all of this over. Okay, so you're turning all of this over like this, and that shows again more blue cards. So look at this picture right now. You have the box on the table, you have this card here, you have this card here, and it's really nice show. All right, and you're going to say it has a lot of properties, and I'll show you what I mean. For example, now I'm going to keep these two cards as one in my left hand as I spread these cards, and I take two cards and I place it on the table. You can do 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. I like to do 2 at this point. And now you're going to use this card to flip the deck over. Now there's a few ways to do this, all right? The most straightforward way is to hold this now with the right hand and then flip this deck over. Be sure not to spread everything, okay? So you're gonna do this, and turn that over like that. Now you can hold this as one, as a double lift, and now you can use it as a double lift by just repeatedly turning it over. Now obviously not doing that a lot of times, but that's the point. All right, another way to do it is hold this here, and from here you're going to do the show, hold the brake, and as you turn everything over, this will get side jogged, and now you can go ahead and re-grip the brake just like that, and then turn this over. This is a more advanced way of doing it, but still possible. And a third way of doing it is taking this from the bottom and just keeping it in the hand, turning this over and placing it on the table, and now you can use this as one card, so you still have now another show. All right, so it just depends on the handling that you want to use. So let's go back to this point where I have it here. I'm going to use this to turn over the deck, and now notice what I do. I place this here with my thumb so I can re-grip, okay, because re-gripping is always could be awkward. Just take this, place it here, and now re-grip with the thumb, keeping these aligned. All right, now with the two cards here, I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna use the properties of this to turn that card white. That's what we're gonna do. So I just rub, make sure they see the blue and blue. You rub here, and now I'm going to take this and turn it over with the card, so it's basically sandwiched in between here. That's important. All right, boom, that's a shock. Now you're gonna go to the other one. Watch, if I just rub, maybe even have them hold it in their hands, boom, turn it over. Again, a nice shock where this is in the middle. Two random cards that you chose, or even the spectator could have pointed them out, just turned white. Now for the finale of the effect, you're going to again turn this over using your favorite double lift method if you want to show again, but this is at the end. This is what you want to do. Show, two blue backs come together, and now rub the same way you rubbed on here. You're gonna rub from here, rub, 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 connect these two cards, and you're gonna leave this bottom card on top of the deck like this, and now come away slowly while keeping the same hand positioning, and now rub to get that top card to change. Okay, so all we're doing is we're leaving this card on top, and we're doing it in this way. So here's how it looks. Just a rub, connect, and now rub again. Boom. Now I'm not going to show this just yet. I'm going to place it sort of on top or in the middle here. As I say, not only the first card. Now all you have to do is push over two cards so that this doesn't spread. That's all you have to hide. Not only the top card, but now every single card has changed from blue to white. And you say that again, all right? The pattern is also very important. Has changed from blue to white. I push over a block. I spread, spread, spread. I leave all of these on the table. Be sure not to spread this like that. So you have a whole bunch of white here. Blue box. Get that contrast. But of course, now we have one that is still blue. If I just tap, that turns white as well. Or you can do this in the spectator's hand at this point. But it's a very nice visual because they just saw the whole routine this to be blue, or in their eyes they perceived it to be blue. So you do one of these, you do one of this, and you have a full color changing deck, slowly, starting with a few cards to the whole deck, and then finally their selection that they chose randomly. And now all you have to do to clean up is take the cards back. These two top cards are dirty, so just palm them off. Or what I would do is just turn the deck over at this point and then do a Gambler's Cop steal, which is an easier way to palm off cards, especially multiple cards. You get rid of this, you have your deck, and you could go into any routine that you want. Alright guys, there you have it. That was the video. That was the color changing deck effect. Now there are many color changing deck effects. This is the one that I sort of came up with using these particular gaps. Now do obviously go out and try different moves, try different setups of doing it. The most important thing for me in a color changing deck is to not have too many elements going on. And this, it's only 2 extra cards, and you're using the gap cards, and you're using the double backer to your advantage, which is pretty nice. Now before I go, I want to let you know that it is summertime. Well, you know that already, but summertime here on this channel means a few things. Well, every Sunday, every week on Sunday, we're gonna have a new release, a new deal, something for you guys on either House of Playing Cards or on thebluecrown.com. We will also have Instagram lives, or I think I'm going to switch to YouTube streaming or YouTube lives, whatever you want to call it, because everybody commented down that we should do it on YouTube. Other than that, thank you so much guys for watching and sticking around for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, it means a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you on the next video. Peace.